Series we are learning Git from the basics, and today we will learn how to install Git for the Windows. Okay, so as a first step, like we have to go to this website, git-scm.com, downloads. So once you go there, like you can see, there is an option for the Git to be downloaded from the different operating systems like Mac OS, Windows, or Linux system. So we have the options to download. From there, we have to download the Git. And once we download, uh, next step will be like there will be a exe file. So in that exe file, you have to click on the run from your system. So the screenshot will be like this. The pop-up will show like this as in the screenshot. There will be a run button. You have to click on that. Uh, so next step will be after clicking run. So you will, when you have pressed the run button and agreed to the license, you will find the window prompt to select components to be installed. So there are different components which we have to select from this particular step. Uh, there is a quick launch desktop action on desktop. So these options also you can select if you want, but by default it will not be selected. And there is an option for the Windows Explorer like the bash, git bash and git GUI. So whenever you install, so these two will get also installed. And also you can associate git configuration files with a default text editor, and associate .shs files to run with the bash command. So once you select this, then by default it will be selected these options. And after you have made a selection, desired components, you can click on the next. So there is a next button here. So once you click on the next button, so it will let you to choose adjustment for your path environment. So this is where you decide how do you want to use the Git. So there will be a multiple options. So first will be use Git from the Git bash only. So this is the safest choice, as your path will not be modified at all, and you will only be able to see the GUI Git commands, uh, line tools from the Git bash. So, and there are other options also like use Git from the Windows command prompt. This option is considered safe as it only adds some minimal Git wrappers to your path to avoid cluttering your environment with the optional Linux tools. You will be able to use Git from both Git bash and the Windows command prompt. So when you select this particular Windows command prompt, and the last option also will be like use Git and optional Unix tools from the Windows command prompt. It will allow both Git and optional Unix tools will be added to your path. But the recommendation is like for the beginners, always use the default one, which is Git bash only. So we'll use that and we'll move on. As a next step, once we choose that option with the Git bash, we'll be allowed to choose the features for your Git. You get three options and you can choose any of them. All of them or none of them as per your needs. And these mainly on the configuration of extra options. So there are three options. One is enable file system caching. So the files data will be read in a bulk and cached in a memory for certain operations. Okay, this provides a significant performance boost when you are using a Git. And second option is enable Git credential manager. Git credential manager is for Windows, provides a secure Git credential storage for Windows, and most notably multi-factor authentication support for Visual Studio, team services and the GitHub. Okay, and third option is enable symbolic links. The symbolic link requires a secret symbolic link permission. Please note that existing responsibilities are unaffected by this particular settings. Okay, so after selecting the required things, you just have to click on the install and Git will get installed. Okay, so we'll know more about like the last three options, what actually it means. It is mainly like first one, enable the file system caching is like caching enabled through the cache manager, which operates continuously while Windows is running. File data in the system file cache is returned to the disk at intervals determined by the operating system, and the memory previously used by that file data is freed. And second option is Git credential manager. For Windows, Git credential manager is a helper for the Git. Actually, it securely stores your credentials in the Windows configuration management, so that you only need to enter them once for each remote repository you access. So you don't have to enter the credentials every time, and all features from the Git commands will reuse the existing credentials. And third option, enable symbolic links. Sim links are nothing but the advanced shortcuts. You can create a symbolic links for each individual file or a folder, and this will appear like they are stored in the folder with a symbolic link. So usually, team prefers to enable the file system caching and Git credential manager. Okay, this is all about how do we install the Git. And today's trivia question is like, from which website Git should be downloaded, and what is the Git credential manager? So add your answers in the comment, and I will reply to your messages. Thank you, and thanks for watching. And we'll see more about the Git in next videos. Thank you.